Hey guys, welcome to Last Cloudia video. We got quite a bit to go over. Surprised that there's actually a lot of news whenever it comes to the, well, of course there would be with the 5th anniversary looming. 5 years in this game, very impressive, I have to say. Alright, so some auto set functions. I guess it's okay if you want to save. It's kind of like in Brave Exodus when you can save, you know, stuff you want to use for later or something. So that's something at least. So that's there. Okay, so here's a lot of things that should have already been in the game, like a long time ago. You can use the unlock all to unlock all the whole grid, I believe, which should have already been in the game a long time ago. But it went from being able to click on one at a time to being able to click a whole bunch. Like if you click on the newest one, then it activates all the previous ones, and now we can just do it all. So good. Changed arcs so all skills can be learned at level 1. I guess that's okay. I mean, there really isn't a reason not to level arcs because you get so many orbs nowadays compared to before, where getting souls, not orbs, souls. Getting souls was a lot harder back then, but nowadays it's like I don't know what to do with a lot of it. So I guess this is really good for new players, like really new players that don't have very much at all, because now you don't have to use soul costs when starting quests or tours, which is good. Not notifications or whatever. I mean, all games do that nowadays, so whatever. Then there's a lot of improvements. Some arena improvements, some trading space lineup improvements, some Godforge alchemy lineups. Lord skill costs, that's huge, because there's a lot of high SC costs, skill costs that are way too high for what they do nowadays. So hopefully that's going to be the case here. Alright, so that's pretty cool, right? So moving on. Future development philosophy. Offer a distinct RPG experience like not only Last Cloudia can. That's pretty like okay, so you're kind of, I don't know. Okay, user-friendly gameplay. Well, it's kind of, let's see if that's going to be a thing. So here's a roadmap, and a lot of it's of course ambiguous, but there are some things like more story, world map content added, which is a good thing, and then more main story added late in July. So, and then there is Golden Week in here, so that's interesting. That we're celebrating Golden Week. By the way, if you're just new to the game, both servers, Global and JP, are the same server, just like how Dokkan Battle is eventually going to be that as well. There's a combination, so no matter where you're playing this game, you're going to get the same content. So yes, they will be celebrating Golden Week here, because it will probably be in Japan as well. So pretty cool. Feature improvements in May. Looking forward to seeing feature improvements. And then monthly feature improvements, whatever that means. Very ambiguous, of course. These roadmaps are just something for you to kind of look forward to, but nothing crazy. I've seen real roadmaps. If you're coming from Brave Exodus, remember that hacked roadmap, that real roadmap from years ago, where it told you every single thing that was coming into the game? I missed that. It's still online if you want to look at that. That's pretty interesting to see that. So that's a real roadmap. This one's like for the public to see. You're not really going to see a whole lot, but it's interesting at least. We plan to implement improvements to older units. So they've already been buffing older units with the 6-star upgrade, but now we're getting even more stuff. So there could potentially be some good units out there that will get some good upgrades, like Adel. Adel was one of the strongest units in the game back then, so if he gets some changes, he might be up there again. So let's see. Let's see if that's going to be a thing. This is Shift Megius, which his design is very cool, and I've already seen a lot of fanfare for it, especially in my Discord. So Shift Megius already, though, I mean, his original form is still pretty good, but kind of aging a little bit, but he is still the light leader, so... But he is cool, like very cool, in fact. And then this was very interesting, like kind of a weird thing, because we're already all in sync, but I I don't know. It's weird. So live ops schedule synced for Japan and all other versions. I thought we already were synced up. I'm pretty sure we are. We all get the content at the same time, but I guess there are some things that we don't, that are different. Weird. Okay, so there's some syncs going on as well, so I guess that's fine. And here's the anniversary unit. If it gets cut off, that's fine. That's not a big deal. I mean, we're not really getting this thing out a whole lot. So let's see if it's gonna be good or not. This is my first glance value. So equipped with only one weapon, light damage, 40% damage cap, 40k. What? That's already pretty strong. I mean, he is an anniversary unit, so you should be expecting that. When skill attacking enemies weak to fire, chance to deal with powerful fire, extra attack, whatever. But then you get a 30% damage reduction. That's really good. Won't flinch from fire or dark physical magical attacks. When unit gets the Oversoul buff, restore any SCT stock for all skills. That's actually quite good if you get this Oversoul buff. And what is the Oversoul buff active? Skill and special damage 50%. Damage cap 50k. Won't flinch from all tribute magic. Whoa! He won't flinch from anything, from any element. I don't know if it mentions non-attribute, but I mean, that second skill is actually, like, really good. The first one is kind of normal, but with higher damage caps and stuff, but yeah, that's quite good. And then nothing special here with any of the skills. But the special light combo attack to one target, followed by okay, so that's fine. He seems, on paper, seems really good. But we'll have to see when the pen hits the paper, I guess is what we're looking at here. And then Oversoul, here's the Oversoul. Use all MP to give the unit the Oversoul buff for 20 seconds. Okay, so you're really gonna wanna... Okay, let's look back at this. When unit is Oversoul buff, you restore 1 SCT stock to all skills. That's quite good. You are using all of your MP, so there are some skills that require, like, some traits or skills or whatever that cost MP. So you won't be able to use those with this guy, because you want to have all of your MP to be able to use this Oversoul buff. You definitely want that, because for 20 seconds you're going to become very powerful. And you want someone, you're going to want someone who give him be back, or you can equip Goddess Kiss. That's a classic MP regeneration. It's slow, but he's a physical damage dealer, so... Alright, so what's his charisma? Gives all allies damage to bosses, 20% damage cap 33k, and then 20% damage reduction from bosses. Pretty good charisma. That's actually pretty good. That might override, but that might be better than other ones. I don't know yet. Okay, so Pale Flame, Divinity type damage, anti-type effect. And then you take less damage, 20%. I mean, from those types. When all allies are capacitated, you don't really care about that. You don't want all of your allies capacitated, so that's not a very good passive. You don't want to. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I mean, if all your other allies are gone, then you might lose anyways. So not that great. A lot of SC saving skills, including Light Drive Breakthrough 2, which is probably pretty costly, and Light Attack Raise. He has a lot of good things in here. I'm not gonna read all of those, but quite good. And then his 6-star enhancement skills, some special damage, pretty big damage caps, some skill damage caps. Of course, you'd want to equip a weapon. This is not worth it. When no weapons are equipped. This is for someone who's just starting out, which I think is great to have, but you're gonna equip a weapon. So he's good. Let's look at the Ark now. Physical and special damage 30%, that's quite good. Also 3k damage cap, which is not that amazing, but the damage part is good. Sword equipped to give physical attacks and special and anti and divinity type effect. So that's quite a good number of that. And then 20% damage reduction, plus the damage reduction you're already getting, so that's, I believe that's 40%, I believe. And then the skill, give all allies a physical attack damage 30%, 10k damage buff. Give unit 10k against bosses, damage taken for bosses 50%, minus 50% buff. Wow. Okay, that's quite good. Give a damage taken 20% debuff for the enemy that defeats the unit. Meh, not that good. Like, all these things that you have to die for to get it, that's just not good. You don't want to go into the battle thinking you're gonna die. You want to actually go in and defeat the boss, right? So it's always, that's just never a good thing. God Saber is really not that amazing. It's just okay. If that cost is not very high, then it's good. But if that is like 9 or higher, then that's not good. And even if it's like 6 or 7, it's a little too high. Light attack race 3, it's fine. Not really the most amazing, though. You'd want to pull for the trait. The trait is good. And then the reward is accessory. Damage to divinity types 10%. And then you get 15% damage reduction against divinity types. Pretty good strength on that. But that's it. So it's not really that amazing. It's just okay. Yeah, it's pretty decent. But not like the best of all time. Okay, so here's some stuff we got to look at. So they're telling you how long the banner is going to last. It's going to last a whole month. So you have a whole month to try and pull him, which is good. And I guess these things are okay. I mean, one unit not held is always a classic, but it's paid. So both of those are paid. So probably won't care too much about those. Universe requests appear 5 weeks in a row. Each week get great rewards like 6,000 crystals, a 5th anniversary UR trade ticket, and a 5th anniversary unit trade ticket. I'll be making guides on those when those are revealed, by the way. So if you are someone who looks forward to those, what should you choose? I'll be making a guide on that, of course. Here's some anniversary festival. You get some rewards by participating in the event, including a nice border or frame, that's what they're called. And you get some tickets and 5th anniversary credential trade ticket. That's actually quite good. Wow, that's pretty huge. Up to the new Zekus? Wow. And you get 2 of them. Okay, that's actually huge. I'll be making guides on those as well. Probably all of them in the same video for you guys. But yeah, I'll be making guides on those. This is actually extremely huge because it's up to Zekus. So you could choose Zekus if you'd want, but I'll be making a guide on those, of course. You get a lot of free spins, but I mean, I don't ever get anything from these, but you do get 10 free spins instead of the 1 that we're currently getting. So hopefully you guys will get something from this. And then everyday quests where the first clear rewards will appear. And this is already live, by the way, so make sure you guys are doing that. Alright. So a new Kyle is coming, and this one looks like he's actually going to be meta this time. The shift one I thought was going to be like back then, way back then, the shift one I thought was going to be quite good, and then he fell off. I don't think this one's going to fall off because he seems busted. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be, I'll probably be talking about him more in depth. This is just my first reaction and, first impressions, because I didn't look at any of this beforehand. So, alright, see you in the next video. Peace.